It's a story about inmates and their accomplices illegally filing for and getting an average of $10,000 each in pandemic unemployment assistance. We first reported on it happening at the Allegheny County Jail, but now we've learned it's happening on a massive scale. KDKA investigator Andy Sheehan broke the story. Today he spoke exclusively with the U.S. Attorney about the extent of the fraud. Andy.
Ken, inmates have been collecting unemployment insurance not only in Pennsylvania, but all across the country. And U.S. Attorney Scott Brady says this will deprive taxpayers of billions of dollars.
I think we're talking about billions of dollars nationally. And what that means is that that's billions of dollars that is not available to families that are really hurting.
We first discovered the fraud on a recorded phone call at the Allegheny County Jail. Inmate Lamont Wilford, awaiting trial for murder, suspected of working with his girlfriend on the outside to secure about $10,000 in pandemic unemployment assistance.
You don't want it? You don't want it?
I don't think it's right.
What do you mean you don't think it's right? Ain't nothing wrong with it.
But that's just the tip of the iceberg, as we've discussed, Andy. This is in every facility throughout the entire state.
Yesterday, U.S. Attorney Scott Brady and PA Attorney General Josh Shapiro charged 33 inmates and accomplices statewide with defrauding COVID relief. But Brady says they've already identified more than 10,000 state inmates defrauding rightful recipients, hardworking men and women out of work due to the virus.
Might be waitresses or factory workers, friends, neighbors. We all know folks that have been affected by this. Those are 10,000 people who have a legitimate right to this money. That's why the CARES Act was passed. And they're not able to do that because these men and women stole from them.
Brady says he's already been in touch with U.S. attorneys across the nation who will soon be announcing similar charges against scores of inmates milking billions of dollars in pandemic unemployment assistance from within jails and prisons.
You will be treated differently than the people who stole that money and spent it on attorney's fees, who spent it on engagement rings. We had one person was talking about an engagement ring on jail calls. Others talked about buying big screen TVs.
Like him, they'll be asking those inmates to make restitution or face the full brunt of the law.
If you've just submitted the application, then withdraw it. If you've received a check or a debit card with the unemployment benefits, then cancel it or return it. And you will be treated differently than the people who stole that money and spent it.
Now, Brady says this fraud is being perpetrated in all 38 jails and prisons across Pennsylvania and will cost taxpayers $250 million. Now, if you multiply that across the states, you get some idea of the scope of this fraud. Reporting live downtown, Andy Sheehan, KDKA News.